Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mr. Hayshop here, bringing you the last episode of my Walking Dead Wednesdays commentary. So, well, for the season at least, I'm not going to just end it now. I will resume next season. So, this episode was pretty important. Obviously, they made it pretty important in this series because it's the last episode. So I'll just get it right onto it. So my basically not synopsis, but like I would have to say like summary of what the episode was, because. So this is what I basically got. If you guys haven't seen it, this is what you guys will eventually see. Warning, this is going to be a spoiler alert in the summary. So, basically what happened. This is it. This is breaking down last episode in basically 30 seconds. So, the governor stabs his former advisor, Milton, obviously, if you guys haven't seen it. And he leaves him in a locker room to die with Andrea in there, who is tied to a dental chair. Just dental, it could be anything, but it's most likely a dental chair because of all the dental equipment around it. So basically, he left her there to die, so when he turned into a zombie, he would kill Andrea. And then the line that was pretty important and will be like known to be remembered by the governor was, "You kill or die and kill," which is pretty deep. And then the governor leads an assault to the prison, which turns around in the prisoners' favor, and then but Rick's group stages an ambush, which means sailors hide, and then they attack, and then now they leave the frightened Woodbury soldiers, not soldiers because they're citizens and they just got trained with weapons. They decide to leave the prison. They go, and then the governor, out of rage, he stopped the car. He got him out of rage, and he shot all of the I could say soldiers, but I will just say, citizens. He shoots them all, only leaving 2 people alive that went on that trip, who was Martinez, which was the guy that was in the Navy, and then Shumpert, which was that black guy. And then Rick, Daryl, and Michonne are head to Woodbury, and they obviously they do some zombie killing, which I think was a little cliche how they did it, but I can talk about that later. And they head to Woodbury, and they are allowed in by Tyrese and Sasha, who stayed behind during the attack because they didn't find it right to kill humans in a zombie apocalypse, which actually would be good. I would always like to unite with my fellow humans in a situation like that. So they decide to stay there, and then Andrea, who was killed by the Milton, that he turned into a zombie, or a walker, or a biter, he bit her so she would die, because he bit her in the shoulder, so you can't really cut that off, because she'd die anyways. So she shot herself, and then Rick's group returns to the prison with the remaining Woodbury survivors, and then Rick looks up at the catwalk. I'm not sure if many people realize this, but Rick looked up at the catwalk, and Lori is not there, so that means now Rick believes he made the right choice, because every time you guys would see Lori, it was right after he had to make a crucial decision for the group's well-being. So that was my summary on last night's episode. Now I'm going to be talking about the actual episode, and I'll break it down a little bit. So obviously the governor beat up Milton. That's why he turned into a zombie. And Milton could have avoided it. I think he could have done it better, but he took too many steps before he tried to kill the governor, so he died. Sure, so I think that the governor would have killed Milton either way, even if he did get to stab him, but he didn't get the time. And if you guys notice, when he was attacking Milton, he had a gunshot wound in his arm from when Merle shot the guy's kid. Forgot his name, but he shot that kid, and then he had a gunshot wound, so he actually did get hit, but it wasn't obviously a kill shot. It wasn't a fatal blow, which would be good, but bad for the story. And then the governor wanted Milton to kill Andrea, and then he killed Milton so he could kill Andrea, which would prove that, I don't know, it didn't really prove anything. He's just a dick, basically. And then in the beginning, when you first saw Carl for the first time, and he was packing his bag, or he was doing something, he looked like a little lesbian girl. Like, I know it's kind of stereotypical, but that's what he did look like. I don't know why. It just, and then, if you guys haven't noticed, Carl still wears his dad hat that he gave him back in first season, I think. I think it was the first season. He gave it to him before he went to, Georgia, or not Georgia. Well, it is Georgia, but he went to Atlanta to get Merle from the roof. I think that's when he gave him that. And Michonne talked a little bit more this episode. That was pretty cool. But, and then I thought a little cool little tidbit was the war between Woodbury and the prison is kind of like North and South Korea, because North Korea would be Woodbury because they have all the ammunition and they have a lot of fighters, and then South Korea would be the prison because they have barely any weapons and they have a defeated arsenal of people. And like, I don't know. And then I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but Martinez, when they raided the prison, he had a war machine from Black Ops 2. I thought that was pretty cool. Don't know where you would get that. I guess they got it from the soldiers that they killed back in the third season, which I think is really stupid that they would kill people that are trained with guns and are they're just. I feel like if I ran into a group of those soldiers, I would want to not keep them like as pets, but I would like to pair up with them, so I knew I would be safer. They held the prison off. I knew when they got into prison, and then they walked through that door that always had zombies in it. I knew they were going to be in there. I don't know why. And then this flashbang came out, and yeah. And then Carl killed, I don't know about the Carl killing that guy. He, I don't know why, but he kind of looked like that guy from, was it the second season? When they kidnapped that kid, and then they went to where the bus, and then Shane got stuck in the bus, and they came back for him. You guys remember that? If you guys do, comment below. But that's the kid that he kind of looked like, just older, more, and obviously Andrea was bitten because, she died. Obviously, she wouldn't just die out of random. No one would really kill her, except for the governor, but as long as the governor doesn't feel threatened, he doesn't really kill anybody. Actually, that's completely wrong. He kills everyone. He is a douche. Rick has actually a really strong group. Someone comment below, when was the last time someone died from Rick's group, not including a prisoner? Not including one of the prisoners. I can't really remember, because the last guy that died was the prisoners, basically, and Lori, but that wasn't because of zombies. Oh, the last guy was T-Dog. Okay, yeah, so T-Dog is still only 2 guys, so, and both of them, only one of them was zombies' fault, but they were both human errors. They weren't something that was that's why they were weak. They were just mistakes. And the big thing that is, Rick brought everyone to the prison from Woodbury. There was about 20 people, I think, 15 to 20 people. I'm guessing that they brought food too. They wouldn't have just ransacked Woodbury with people and not brought any supplies. But, so that's basically what happened in the final season, or the final episode of the season. Since now I've only been talking for about 8.5 minutes, I'm going to add in some things that I've noticed through the last couple of seasons. So if you guys notice, these are kind of things that you don't really notice every day when you watch The Walking Dead, but if you look, then you'll notice it, how the grass was always cut in The Walking Dead, and how long they take to get through everything, how they talked about going to war for 3 episodes. That's it's insane. And then if you guys haven't noticed, you guys probably should go look on these at Netflix, or maybe not not Netflix, just on YouTube or anything, that the governor would always look through the scope on his gun with his blindfolded eye. I don't get why he would do that, but he did. And then somehow Rick's group always runs out of bullets. I don't know if it's just bad management, but when the governor and his group ran into prison, they sprayed so many bullets. That big gun that guy was shooting, that Shumpert was shooting, that costs about 500 bullets every time he pulls the trigger. It costs about $500 or $300, the cost of that. That's pretty insane. And he was spraying that for a really long time. And if you guys haven't noticed how the zombie apocalypse started in 2010, or how they said it started, and then now they're still driving a 2013 Hyundai, They should have gotten an old car for that, because people will notice it. But, like, I don't know, but I find that it's kind of far-fetched about some things, like how you'd be looking at a scene and there'd be no zombies or walkers, and then they're supposed to be slow, but then like a couple seconds later you'll see like a full field of it. It's insane. And then in the very first episode, this is where I was like, I don't know how good the show's gonna be. When Rick was locked inside of that tank, he didn't bother to try to start it or anything. He just just didn't do anything about it. But and one more cool fact of how I think this is kind of perspiring, and how why a reason people don't watch the show anymore is because they've basically this show has turned in from zombie killing to a lot of drama in this show. There's a lot of drama nowadays in this show. I don't get why they did that. I don't know. But thanks guys for watching my Walking Dead Wednesdays episode 7 video. If you guys liked it, could you comment below what you thought? I'll resume next season in October, so for now, I'll catch you guys later, and I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.